venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002. There's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Hall to start the drive. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
They'll get this to about the 38. This defense for the Patriots much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Douglas. And a quick throw here. That's complete. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. On 1st down, Montgomery. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Hall on a give up the middle. Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
The slot man in motion right. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Complete to Garrett Wilson. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Score Jets 10, Patriots 0.
Throwing on first down. Douglas steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Montgomery. He's got the first down and more. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. J.K. Dobbins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's Hall again. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Straight ahead is Hall. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Ready.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. I love those plays. 4th and 1, that's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And some space here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Okay, right.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. They'll give to Hall. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Running left, it's Hall. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Montgomery going deep downfield for Ross. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these 2 teams. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. 47 yards on the ground for him so far.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Again to Hall running right.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Looking to throw. Douglas. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a third and long. Back to throw. Douglas.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. The kick by Elliott is good.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Looking to throw on second down. Montgomery. And that's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw on third down, Montgomery. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
They're going to try and throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. A handoff for Hall. Pushes him over. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
114 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Looking to throw. Douglas. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, it got to him, so they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
and my goodness, another interception. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation. Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for first.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Off the play fake. Douglas.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On 4th down, Douglas. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got a man complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
He's got them out to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Ball again on 2nd down. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
On 3rd down, Douglas. He is going to find Hill here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long when they throw the football. They're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. 2nd and 4. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Hall again. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They complete it to Hill. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Ready. Watch out now. 50 Fury.
On 4th down, Douglas.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Pats are going to take over here up near the 40.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. On 1st and 10, Montgomery. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as